So for Easter, we went to this place called Splashway Campground and Water Park. It was wild. We've been there the past few years, actually, and I would say one of the things that they feature is the fact that they have a huge Easter egg hunt. I mean, they have this big field with thousands upon thousands of eggs everywhere. It gets crazy. You'll see that later in this video. They do have a water park that's connected to the park as well, but you do have to pay extra for it, and it wasn't open yet for Easter. But yeah, overall great time. They have a really neat Christmas program as well that you guys should check out. But let's go ahead and get right into this video. As you can see, these are their operating hours. And not too far between San Antonio and Houston, pretty much right in the middle if you take a look at this map, right? So about 2 hours away from San Antonio. Probably not too far from Austin either, if you know, just based on the map itself. So this was us just getting ready.
And now we're headed out of here. You guys ready?
Ready to roll.
Let's go!
So obviously very excited. We hit the road. Took about 2 hours. But we made it rather quickly. Conditions were good. It was a little windy, honestly.
We're here! Woo!
So yeah, everyone very excited. We came to this trip with a few of the kids' friends, so that was really cool. They got a bunch of the different cabins, so it's not just like tent camping or RV camping, but they brought their I mean, they didn't bring their tents, they stayed in the cabins. So we tried to get a site that was pretty close next to their cabins. So these are just some of the RV sites. We were checking out this bus that looked pretty cool. And this is one of the walkways. To your left, you can see one of the playgrounds, basketball courts, volleyball. Here we're headed towards a lake. There's also a pretty huge lake there in the middle. You can kind of see in the background here. This is probably one of my favorite places to hang out. It's kind of this community area. They got like a little sand pit there for kids, a stage there, live music. Really almost every night I've been there, there's been live music, but I don't know if that's the case all the time. But man, I just love hanging out there. Oh, usually fire pits are going. We're chilling, grilling, listening to some form of live music and just having a good time, you know, kids playing and stuff. This here was a hayride, so we all hopped on the hayride. I brought my bike for this one, thought I'd go ride around just a little bit. These are some of the festivities that took place, you know, because again, it was Easter time, so this is like an egg toss thing. You're supposed to throw the egg and catch it, and then they keep moving back with every step. So there were a lot of cracked eggs, you can see, as the night progressed, but really cool. Nice fun game. You can see the kids really had a great time doing that. Tetherball. So this is where a bunch of the cabins are, and there's this big yard area in the middle. Man, it was cool. Everybody was just kind of hanging out there all the time.
Yeah.
This is right in front of the lake. We got on some paddle boats. It was a good time. Just roaming around, getting our legs sore. I'm not a big fan of paddle boats, to be honest. I get tired fast with them. I don't know why. I think, and I'm not even tall, but I feel like I almost have to bend my knees too much or something like that. Not exactly sure what's the situation with that. This was here back at our campground. One of the other dads brought some kites, so he was flying his kites, so that was pretty cool. It was a nice windy day. It was a good time. The kites did kind of get stuck at some point, but that's kind of what's gonna happen, right? It's inevitable. Yeah, and back at the lake, the kids were kind of jumping around, swimming around. Got on one of the kayaks there. Kids just messing around, jumping in, throwing each other in, saying nice things to each other. You know how kids can be. A couple falls, you know, it happens, right? Yeah, they were doing an amazing job at kayaking. As you can see, they were really getting the distance there. I can go the distance. There they go. I guess that's one way to do it. Yeah, so this is near one of the cabins again. The kids were decorating with chalk and that sort of thing. And then now, time for the Easter egg hunt. Man, I'm telling you, it got wild. This was me, of course, running out in the middle of the field with kids everywhere. They also had all this dirt up there too. I guess they're working on some kind of project, but they put eggs all over it, man. It was wild. If I was a kid, I would absolutely have loved that. I would have been running around there. I probably would have been rolling around, not even caring about the eggs. But yeah, very cool. Like I'm telling you, look at all these eggs out there, man. I'm telling you, thousands. I bet they have a count too of how many eggs that were involved in this situation. Yeah, so everybody found a whole bunch of eggs. Allegedly had a golden egg, but nah, it wasn't really the golden egg, not the one with all the stuff, I guess. Which one time I did get a golden egg and I won a rose bush, actually, because they do have like an adult Easter egg hunt that they do in the store there, and I was a winner one time a few years ago, and I got a rose bush, which is now dead, but that's my fault. That's all me, not Splashway's fault. There's the mascot. His name is Ray. And with the Easter bunny as well. Not pictured here is we did play laser tag, and man, that was cool. It's like an outdoor laser tag. I didn't get any footage of it though, but man, that was really cool when we went out there and did that. And then, you know, that was the weekend. Fun Easter weekend. Definitely recommend it. We're going back again next year, so hope to see you out there.